Has this ever happened to you? Normal summon Razin. Effect of Razin to add Xiaolong, and then special summon Xiaolong. Then all of a sudden, uh, wait, this doesn't work. If your opponent special summons a monster while you control no cards, you can discard this card, then target one face of monster your opponent controls. This turn, that monster cannot be used, or cannot be attributed or used as material for a fusion, synchro, XYZ, or link summon. Uh, well. Have you ever activated Stake Your Soul, revealing Razin, or not Razin, revealing Xiaolong to special summon Razin, and then uh somehow, someway, your opponent opened no material, and they chain no material to your effect to add probably Xiaolong? Well, this has never happened to me, and I guess this would just prevent your searches on Xiaolong, I guess. But I'm sure this never happened to, well, 99% of us because you encountered no material. That's already impressive. But yeah, how would you go about countering no material? Assuming for whatever reason you had to counter no material because your opponent is playing it at 3. Well, I guess the first idea is to instead normal summon Razin because this only triggers on special summons for whatever reason. And you have to also control no cards, period. So if I have like just a set infinite impermanence, no material, not activatable anymore. Well, okay, I guess. So one idea we have here is to simply give our opponent a card of any kind, any sort of card, that would work. So if we want to stop our opponent from no materialing us, an idea would be Lost World. So if we were to normal summon any dinosaur monster, this will summon a Egg token to our opponent's field. And this means they now control a card, technically. Or do they? Does a token count as a card? Yes. Yes, it does. Because evenly matched. Uh, if you were to control, like, if I were to control 5 tokens and my opponent has, like, 6 cards and I flip evenly, I'm pretty sure they would match my 5 tokens plus 1 evenly and then have to banish until they're down to 6 cards, right? So, yes. Lost World, very epic. This should stop no material. Another idea that could work, potentially, but not really. I mean, a bit of a yesent. If we normal summon Ibli and then link this off for Almirage, this would prevent no material from being activated. Except it can actually be activated on specifically whatever you link off Ibli with. So Lingribo, or I guess Almirage, Phalanx, uh, whatever you link off Ibli with, really. So these are all just ideas, and of course there's also prohibition. So if we have just psychic abilities, and for some reason we're more afraid of no material than, for example, I don't know, let's say Nibiru, Ash Blossom Geospring, Cyframe Gear Gamma, uh, yeah, like just, you know, if we're more afraid of all of, well, if we're more afraid of no material than all of those cards, then yeah, we can prohibition declare no material. Yeah, works just fine. No issue whatsoever. Why would I, like, declare, I don't know, imperm, effect failure? No material. Alright. And then, of course, we can hold by no material. What we can't really do, I guess, is we can't really gamma this, so obviously broken. Can't really bait out no material to use gamma, so if you feel like you've been getting gammaed on the regular and like Pain 2 gammaed to your hand traps, perhaps consider playing Gnomaterial, because there's no way Gnomaterial can resolve, I think, right? If, well, I mean, there's no way Gamma can resolve against Gnomaterial, so, the only way that would happen is, never. Yeah. Well, I mean, unless your opponent, of course, has, the Cyframe Gear Lambda or whatever, right? So, the Link 2, if they don't have that on the field, shouldn't happen. And then another idea. So, have you considered just, I don't know, taking the card straight out of your opponent's hand? Well, there is no way to really do that with like the Neospatians in an effective way, because the typical line for that is to go into an assault line immediately after. So if we did connector to summon Dolphin to then rip Gnomaterial, that wouldn't really work, because they would just probably just, you know, activate Gnomaterial in when you chain to Dolphin, right? Or I mean they'll chain it to the summon of Dolphin, right? And then here, worth noting is that Gnomaterial doesn't just target the special summon monster, it targets any face-up monster your opponent controls. Which, I mean, might mean something, but okay. So those monsters cannot be used for, or cannot be attributed, used for a fusion, synchro XEs, or link summon. But I mean, they can still be sent to the graveyard, right? So, another idea. We could just simply, you know, use our Snake Eye effects, you know? Oh no, woe is me. When I have special summoned Poplar, you have now prevented me from linking Poplar off into Link Karibo. Woe is me. Anyways, Snake Eye Ash, tribute Poplar. Poplar effect, resetting itself, and we'll also summon Oak. Oak sends Poplar. And then, before we Link Climb, I guess, into Promethean, we can link off a guy for, I guess, Link Karibo. And that's when we would make the Link Rebo, assuming we get Gnomaterial. So, yeah, not a very favorable matchup to go into Snake Eye here, but, you know. When exactly would you Gnomaterial optimally? I think Gnomaterial on Snake Eye Slambridge is probably the optimal point. Yeah, just to stop the Monster Reborn effect, so that's when you would do it. If you would do it to Poplar, it does literally nothing. Snake Eye Ash, same thing. But you pretty much always have to special summon Flambridge, so, you know, that could work. Or your opponent maybe just didn't activate Snake Eye Oak effect, and then they'll just send Flambridge with that effect. That or Flambridge was not even on the field to begin with, because your opponent just grabs it off of Poplar. I mean, all of these are possibilities. But, well, yeah. Most of these situations, not in favor of Gnomaterial, but if that one specific situation comes up, it might be worth doing, potentially. Not that high of a probability to happen, of course, but, you know, just the fact that it could. And this is also only for when. This is actually forever. So, let's assume I'm playing Kashtira, okay? And I do special summon Unicorn, and then my opponent chains Gnomaterial to the special summon of Unicorn. So we activate Gnomaterial, and now this Kashtira Unicorn will now forever be stuck on my field, pretty much. Well, alright, I guess. Is this hard once per turn? Of course. Well, why wouldn't it be? Well, that's cool, I guess. Another idea. Yo, but what if we just simply set up a monster negate, you know? So what if we just started off our turn with normal summon Quakey Meru Guardian? What about that idea? That'll for sure stop Gnomaterial. Another idea. Laundries. We just simply play Flu. if we simply play Flu, then there should be no problemo. Because we do not special summon, therefore we can still tribute. Very epic. And then, let's see. Alright. Yeah, another idea is, let's see. This has to target a face-up monster, So, there's this idea where we just use, Duality, which is just a quick play, tribute a light or dark monster, special summon one light or dark monster from your hand or extra deck with the same original type and level but a different original attribute. So we can just do this, do a effectively dodge Gnomaterial, maybe. Depends on if your deck can play it or not, I guess, Duality, but yeah. We could do this, technically. I don't see why not. And then, let's see. I guess if we're playing Hero, we could do Mass Change, which is quick effect. So, that works, I suppose. And of course, there is just forcing it out by doing something like Terratop into UDF. Sure, they could stop your like Terratop or whatever, but you're just using this to insulate your play. So if it tanks some hand traps, this kind of line has already done its job, and that works, you know. So I'll have dealt with Gnomaterial and whatnot. So yeah, those are all the ways that I think are somewhat reasonable to deal with Gnomaterial. Of course, there's also called by Crossout, you know. Didn't really throw in Crossout, but you know, if you're also playing Gnomaterial, Crossout would indeed work against Gnomaterial. And also, I guess, technically, like, Herald of the Orange Light. Or just some effect like this. There's also, if you're really worried about, I guess, Gnomaterial specifically, we have, Suravis, or whatever. But I can't figure out how to spell it, so, Ritual. Press the Ritual button. And then it should be an SR somewhere. Do I even have any copies? No, wait, it's not an SR, it's a UR. Suravis, the Ancient and Ascended. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a monster you control, quick effect. You can discard this card, negate the activation. Let's see, you can only use this effect of Gnomaterial once per turn. Ah, so even if we negate with Suravis, Gnomaterial cannot be activated again. Very epic indeed, but yeah. That's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any methods of stopping Gnomaterial that I forgot to mention, feel free to leave it in the comments below. Yeah, bye.